G'day guys, Rob here and welcome back to the channel. Well, I've got a model review for you guys today, and it's not a brand new model. It's a model that I purchased off eBay for an upcoming custom model that I want to build. But before I pull this model apart and turn it into something else, I thought I'd do a review of it. Now what I'm talking about is the AUTOart Nissan Skyline R34 GTR S-Tune. Now I want to build the Liberty Walk R34 Silhouette wide body creation that was unveiled at Tokyo Auto Salon earlier this year. So I basically bought this model as the donor vehicle for that custom model build. These are actually really quite hard to find now, and the prices seem to be just going up and up and up for these older die-cast models. So I bought this one off eBay. I paid around 350 Australian dollars for it, but there was some on eBay from $500 to $800. So pretty crazy prices for an old AUTOart die-cast model of a Nissan Skyline. But nonetheless, happy that I grabbed myself one for a realistic price. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a bit of a review. And this is the older AUTOart Millennium series. So yeah, I thought we'll chuck it on the turntable and we'll have a little bit of a closer look at the details in this older collectible Nissan Skyline GTR model. Okay, so here we have the good old days of AUTOart die-cast models, and it's quite refreshing to have a very heavy die-cast model that is fully opening as well. So overall, let's talk about the paintwork. The paintwork's pretty good on this model. It does have the Tampo printed graphics on the model as well, but the paintwork is pretty consistent. It's a nice metallic dark silver or light grey metallic, which is quite cool. We'll have a look at the underside first. Quite a lot of detail on the underside of these older models, and as you can see the bottom of the engine here, gearbox, exhaust system, parts of the suspension, rear diffuser. So yeah, these were the good old days of models with detail. Now if we have a look at the front of the model, they've done a great job on the headlights. They're very well represented for the R34 headlights. You've got the nice little GTR emblem in the center there. You do have the carbon fiber look front splitter here, and you've got your little mesh pieces in the side here in these side air ducts. So pretty good there, good amount of detail in the front. You do have this NACA style duct in the bonnet or the hood, which is pretty cool. They've done a good job on the little side reflectors here. The plastics are pretty clear for all the windows in this model. This model was used, so it does need a little bit of a clean up. It was a little bit dusty, but they're quite thick plastic here for the windows. Little bit of distortion in the windows themselves when you look through there, but can't complain too much. Reasonably good job on the mirrors, nice reflective material in behind there. Nice detail job on the door handles. Now these side skirts are replicated quite well on this R34, and does have plastic windscreen wipers on here as well as a rear screen wiper here too. Now the rear wing is replicated quite well. It does have a carbon fiber upper section to the wing there. The rest of it's all in body color, and that looks pretty good. We've got a fuel door on this side. It doesn't open, but it is replicated well. And the back of the model, I think they've done a really good job on the tail lights as well. Again, you've got your GTR and your Nissan emblem in the middle, and you've got the rear diffuser here with single muffler exhaust pipe on this side. So nice attention to detail on that exhaust muffler as well. So yeah, overall, I think they've done a pretty good job of the model so far, what you can see. Now, of course, it's got these great looking Nismo rims on here. They have a polished outer lip and a silver center. You've of course got Nismo written on the spoke, and you've got the gold calipers and the plain brake discs inside front and rear. So obviously it's an AUTOart, so the wheels do turn and they do steer as well. So as I said, the good old days of AUTOart diecast. Now this is a fully opening model, so this is where it gets pretty good. The bonnet or the hood does open up. It's got they're not too big, the dog legs on here, but it does have a little metal bonnet stay rod as well to keep the bonnet up. So a lot of the older AUTOart releases had that little metal bonnet stay. And the detail is actually quite good inside here. So you've got your RB26DE twin turbo inline 6 engine. Quite good detail. You've got the Nismo strut brace across the top there. And yeah, the detail I think is pretty good inside there. Now AUTOart is going to release a new composite version of the R34, so it will be interesting to see what the engine detail is like on that new model. But on this model, it's actually pretty good. You've got your radiator in there as well, some radiator hoses. Yeah, so reasonably happy with the engine bay on this model. So if we put that little bonnet stay back down, the hood closes back up. Now same with the rear, so the boot, or the trunk if you're in America, opens up. Now again, the dog legs aren't too big on this model, which is all right, and they've actually got these two little struts either side, so that helps to keep the boot up when it's in the open position, so it just sort of clicks up there, and that's all lined in flocking as well to simulate carpet, so pretty good job there in the trunk department also. Now the doors do open on this model as well, which is an awesome thing because you don't get that too often with all these sealed resin models at the moment. Now this is a Japanese car, so it is right-hand drive, just like it is here in Australia as well. So you can see the steering wheel move when the wheels are turned, which is nice. The interior level of detail is pretty good. The dashboard's okay, steering wheel, center console, gear shifter, handbrake handle. The seats do feel like they are a rubberish material, and they do have a little bit of texture on them as well. They sort of feel like fabric, so that's actually really quite good as well. And not that you can see much, but there is some rear seats in there as well through the rear window. Yeah, and you do have, I must say, you do have clear cloth seat belts as well, just hanging down the side. So that's something that is getting lost on these new AUTOart releases. They're starting to use rubber for the seat belts, which is really quite pathetic. But overall, the interior detail is pretty good on this model. So look, for a used model, as I said, the prices of these have just gone bananas, but I was able to pick this up at a realistic price. And yeah, if you're into your Nissans and especially your GTR models, this is a great model. There's lots of variations to get, obviously. The S-Tune, there's the Z-Tune. They're all great models, and yeah, kind of a little bit of a shame to be pulling this one apart, but it's going to provide the donor vehicle for a crazy custom model. So I hope I don't upset anyone by pulling this one apart and chopping it up for a project, but I just thought I'd show you this model before I do pull it apart. But yeah, overall, if I was going to give this a Rob score, I really do love these older AUTOart diecast models that fully open up. So, you know, it's not a perfect model, but I'll give it a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Really, they're quite good models. And these days of diecast are gone from AUTOart. So I hope you enjoyed this close-up look at the AUTOart Nissan R34 Skyline GTR S-Tune. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Don't forget to smash that like button, and you can follow me on social media as well. All the links to my social media are on the homepage of this YouTube channel. And stay tuned, plenty more models on the way, more custom models to reveal, and more exciting things for the channel for this year. So as I said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, but until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.